the legendary and elusive 1954 1-shilling coin from the United Kingdom. Written with emotional weight, dramatic pacing, and total originality, this script is ideal for content that captivates, mystifies, and compels. It may seem small, dull, and outdated to the untrained eye, but the 1954 1-shilling coin from the United Kingdom is anything but ordinary. This isn't just a coin, it's a doorway to unimaginable fortune, a relic with the power to transform lives overnight. If you've found one tucked in a box or inherited in an old family jar, hold it tightly. Because that tiny disc of metal could be worth millions, and its mystery is only deepening. The 1954 1-shilling wasn't supposed to become a legend. It was just part of the pre-decimal British currency, used daily for bus fares, market goods, and everyday life. But hidden among the sea of common shillings, a few were struck under conditions so rare and unrepeatable, they've become numismatic folklore. Not every 1954 shilling is rare, but a tiny, elusive handful possess qualities that make them worth a king's ransom. The rarity begins with the minting numbers. Although the coin was minted under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, 1954 was not a major production year for the shilling. The UK was slowly transitioning its coinage following the Queen's ascension in 1952, and internal plans were shifting toward decimalization decades later. This meant that the exact coinage mintage was limited, and what was minted may have included unrecorded trial strikes, errors, or transition patterns. What elevates the 1954 1-shilling into the stratosphere of value is a chilling combination of rarity, error, and secrecy. Some of these coins were minted with slightly misaligned dies. Others with a strange luster, possibly struck using leftover planchets from earlier issues. A few even display differences in the crown, the lion, or the shield that hint at unauthorized die experiments or royal mint trials never meant for circulation. Imagine owning such a coin. You're not just holding metal, you're holding a possible prototype, a one-of-a-kind coin that was either never meant to survive or only escaped the mint by a freak of chance. If yours is one of these, it's no exaggeration to say it could fetch a 6- or even 7-figure sum at international auctions. It could be the coin that shocks the market and sends experts scrambling to reassess everything they thought they knew. Now think about this. Many of these ultra-rare 1954 shillings have never surfaced publicly. They could still be in tea tins, forgotten in attic trunks, or mistaken as pocket change at antique stalls. That's what makes this coin so electrifying. The treasure isn't locked away in a museum. It could be in your very own home, right now, waiting to be recognized. Collectors have long debated what makes the rarest 1954 1-shilling so special. Some say it's the Scottish reverse, bearing the lion rampant, mistruck or mismatched with an English obverse. Others whisper of versions struck with an unusual alloy, brighter, heavier, or more resonant than the standard cupronickel. These anomalies create numismatic unicorns, known only by rumors, surviving in barely a handful of examples. The truth. The Royal Mint's records from that period are vague, sparse, and that's what fuels the fire. In a time when coins were meant to be consistent and mundane, something slipped through the cracks. Maybe it was an experimental design. Maybe a rogue minting. Or maybe, just maybe, one of those coins was the first official shilling of Queen Elizabeth's full reign. A ceremonial strike. A prototype that accidentally entered the public's hands. And now, decades later, people are waking up to the truth. Coin dealers from Europe to North America are putting out silent feelers. They're asking if any collector has a certain type of 1954 shilling. They're offering private assessments, discreet transactions. Because if one of these rarities is confirmed, it could shatter the record for the most expensive UK shilling ever sold. So what should you do if you think you have one? First, don't clean it. Don't polish it. Don't try to improve its appearance. That patina, the aged, natural look, is proof of authenticity. Collectors love original, untouched conditions. A single scratch from a polishing cloth could reduce its value dramatically. What looks like a flaw to you could be the very thing that proves it's worth millions. Secondly, weigh it. Measure it. Look closely at the fine details, especially the portrait, the inscriptions, the lion, the crown, and the rim. Does anything look slightly off? That may be the golden clue. Coins with subtle engraving variations often turn out to be test strikes, and test strikes are worth their weight in solid gold, sometimes literally. You might be wondering how such a powerful piece of history could just vanish. But in reality, it's not surprising. Back then, nobody thought these coins would become valuable. They were used, abused, dropped in gutters, or lost behind cabinets. The few rare ones that slipped through are now the ultimate hidden treasure, shielded by time and neglect. Imagine the feeling, walking into a coin shop with a coin worth $1 million in your pocket and not even knowing it. This has happened. Quiet, humble people, completely unaware of what they possess, suddenly find themselves in headlines. And that moment of discovery changes everything. The house is paid off. Children go to college. Entire futures are rewritten, all because of a forgotten coin that sat in a drawer for 70 years. The 1954 1 shilling is no longer just a coin. It's a cultural artifact, a lost royal emblem, and a financial time bomb waiting to go off. Those who understand its value aren't just collectors, they're treasure hunters. And in the world of modern-day treasure, nothing shines brighter than ultra-rare British coinage with mysterious origins. If you're lucky enough to hold one in your palm, don't rush. Take your time. Get it graded. Have it examined by professionals. Because a proper certification from PCGS, NGC, or a UK numismatic authority can unlock millions. That certificate doesn't just say, "This is a coin." It says, "This is a legend." But even without the money, the story alone is priceless. Owning a 1954 1 shilling that defies expectation, challenges history, and potentially rewrites the record books is something few can ever claim. It's more than collecting, it's immortality in the numismatic world. And if you're still wondering whether yours could be the one, here's a tip: don't assume anything. Even experts miss details. Even average-looking coins can be struck from rare dies. That's the magic of minting anomalies. The value hides in the shadows, invisible until revealed. In an age where digital money dominates and physical coins fade from use, the 1954 1 shilling remains a powerful link to history, a coin that refuses to be forgotten. And maybe, just maybe, it's the coin that will change your life forever. Because in a world full of lost treasures and forgotten wealth, one thing is certain: if you're holding a 1954 1 shilling of the right kind, you're not just holding history. You're holding your future.